Hi, Eric Langley with the Newport Yacht Club Race Committee. We had the privilege of participating in Mark Boat and Race Committee training with the New York Yacht Club in April of 2016, and I was able to take some video of those sessions. This is the outside portion of the sessions from the Mark Boat perspective. So this is about Mark Boat streaming and retrieving a mark. What you're seeing here is the streaming of the mark. The mark is being put in the water and it's being paid out. The rode or the anchor line is being paid out. You want to make sure it doesn't get entangled with the prop or the engine in any way. You can see the driver's going pretty slow, and the Mark Boat assistant has now gotten to the chain. He's put the chain in the water and he's holding on to the mark. He's actually holding on to the flukes of the chain, the parts that stick out, and he's continuing to drive. And he's what's called streaming the mark. He's pulling it along behind the boat. The race PRO, if he's setting the pin, for instance, will call drop, drop, drop. The mark is in the water. And now this is retrieving that mark, and you can see how he's driving up to it, and he's turning to present the mark to the Mark Boat assistant, who grabs it, flips it over. He clips on, in this case, to the front of the boat, which holds the mark away from the boat. Now he's able to get to the chain. He's attaching the chain to the boat, and then he's putting the hippity hop on, which is a red ball with a ring. The line goes through that ball, and as you drive away, you can see he's driving away. The ball stayed where it was. Now it's being pulled behind, and the chain is being pulled up to the ball, and then the ball starts to move. So in the beginning, all the road that is down underneath is going up, and then eventually the chain comes up and the anchor comes up right to the ball. So now what's happening is the chain and the anchor are actually on the surface connected to the ball, and the Mark Boat is driving up to the ball, and the assistant is going to pick it up and bring in the rode, which is basically no effort, because it's just the line, right? It's not heavy, and you can see he's pulling that up here. He's doing it a little slower so that we can see it. So he's got the line, then he gets to the chain and the anchor, no trouble at all. It's very, very easy. He can then stow that and get the mark. So now we're on the boat, and this is Jacob George, my friend, going to be retrieving the line. You can see he's checking his attachment points. That front one that he just touched is for attaching the mark to the boat, just to hold it there until he can get it on. You can see the driver is going quickly to get up to the mark. Let's say we were repositioning a mark. You don't want to take a lot of time, right? You want to do this pretty quickly. So you want to get the mark up, get it ready to reset, and he's grabbed, and you notice there's a rope there connected to the mark to make it easy to get to. He flips it over and puts that tether on, so now the mark is not in his way, right? He can go get the chain very easily, and he's at the end of the chain. He's clipping the chain to the boat. This allows the driver to pull away. He's hooking the hippity hop on. It's a little ring. You can see the ring there. He's just going to throw it in the water, and he lets it go, and now we're driving away. Now you can't see what's happening in back of us, but basically the hippity hop is pulling the anchor up out of the water, and it looks like it's up there. So the Mark Boat driver is going to turn to the right, always to the right, because all the work is done from the right side of the boat. You can see on the left side of the boat, or the port side, all the gear is over there. So there's poles and stuff. And now Jacob is just taking the line in very, very simply. It's no weight at all. He's just pulling the hippity hopper over to him. Now Eric, the Mark Boat driver, is showing Jacob to make long pulls to get the anchor in. So long pulls. Now he's at the anchor. He easily takes it in. It's not heavy. Brings the hippity hop in, and the mark is retrieved. Now he's got a couple of ways that, a couple of things that he needs to do. One is he doesn't want to be tripping over the anchor in the back, so he's going to bring the anchor forward and stow that near the bucket, and then he starts to put the material into the bucket, and Eric's telling him do that first before you disconnect it. So what he's going to do, he's going to put all that away. It's just going to, and what this is called is, what do you call it? Flaking. So he's flaking the road, the anchor line, into the bucket. He's going to get most of that in there. Okay, this is only a 50-foot line. You might have 75 or 150 or 200 feet of line depending on how deep you're anchoring. Now he's disconnecting the line that was holding it to the boat. Now he's just got the anchor connected and the tag line. So he's going to take the tag line off. He's taking the anchor line back, and he's basically going to secure the mark to the back of the boat, and he's going to take the anchor off the mark. So what we've got now is the two marks in this case are back there. They can both be redeployed very easily now. It's going to be a simple thing. So he's taken the anchor off. You can see the carabiner on the end there. He flakes the rest of it in along with the, what do you call it, chain and tag line on, and we're ready to go for the next set. So now he would just put the anchor line on the mark and go about streaming for the next setting. Thank you.